Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
I think that's kind of where I'm at now is I want to have these uncomfortable conversations. And I'm seeing it as another niche because when I start Aloha Authentic, we start off with this bowl of poi. And Tutu would always say that this bowl of poi, when it's open on the table, we don't speak negativity because that negative energy will spoil your food when you're eating dinner. And in this sense, we don't want to spoil the conversation. That bowl of poi was literally just to have another element of a fun story inside the show. But then as we continue to step into more evolved conversations from where we started, Mahu, speaking down at Kauai Ha'o Church with Kahu Ken Makua Kane, how can you be a Hawaiian and a Christian at the same time? Because I know a lot of people who would criticize and has a lot of negativity about both sides. Or military. We went to Kaneohe Marine Base on Mokapu, spoke with their commanding officer, and acknowledged the military has not been the best hosts in our land. My mom was born and raised right over there on Kailua Beach, and we have Mokapu and the Ulupa'u crater behind here, which is a firing range. This was all in her backyard. My mom can't come on top of here. She can see it from a distance, but my mom cannot come on base. My dad was working on here, and during his lunchtime, he went to go fishing. He was told he needs to stop fishing or get off base. Like, okay, how are we going to have a relationship with the military, with history sharing the bad things you've done here, and even now not allowing Hawaiians to even be on their own land? Like, that's a conversation we need to have. Well, the officer had that conversation with me, and he acknowledged, yeah, military hasn't been the best host. But okay, how can
we... Oh, you went to go talk story with him?
So we talked story with him.
You mean after, like, it was recent?
This was last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
So your dad went fishing and he got kicked out, and then you went to go talk after?
Yep. And I know an uncle
and you did it on camera or no? Was it like an episode or no? You
This
just
was an
went to go
episode.
talk? Oh, yeah.
This was an episode.
Okay.
A full episode. And it was the commanding officer of Kaneohe Marine Base, which the idea then is I want to talk to every Marine military.
He wasn't the one that
installation.
kicked them off, though.
No.
Oh, yeah, right.
So these are just stories I was sharing that happened when
Yeah.
I was, young kid time. But I even know an uncle, and I shared this with the officer. I know an uncle who was surfing out at one of the surf spots that is apparently only reserved for active military. By the time he got back in to go to the showers and rinse off, the officers were already there to arrest him. And he had to go in and got arrested for surfing at a spot that was only reserved for active military people. Give me a break. Like, that's the angry Hawaiian inside. Give me a break, bro. That's our culture.
And what did they say?
He eventually got released, but he had to go through the whole process.
No, what did the military guy say?
Oh, yeah. So there are some ways you can do this and that, So that was the thing.
You mean come as a guest?
Well, one of the things he had responded to me after, we actually met up afterwards. He contacted me, oh, can we have coffee? I just want to talk story about moving from here. Where he said one of the things that came from that conversation that he had done up to that point was tell his team how to fix the website so that they can access the page of how locals can get onto base easier. Because it's like, how come we can't come onto base? Well, safety in terms of the military, we have to protect people who are coming on and make sure we can vet them and everything, which I get it. But, just the context of military versus Hawaiians in Hawaii. How can we move forward so we have a better relationship moving forward? That things like digging up our barrios to put a golf course, and now these barrios are still in a container someplace or wherever they may be, waiting for them to be re-interned back into the Aina. Like, that's an issue. Families are still angry over that and trying to fight for that today. So we have to acknowledge the pain and the hurt and facts. People don't like to talk about the illegal overthrow. Well, I'm sorry. I will be more than happy to talk to you about the illegal overthrow of the Hawaiian Kingdom from American and European businessmen. The fact that how many times were ships facing the islands and the Hawaiian people and the king threatening to shoot them down if they weren't relinquish their power or whatever. That has happened. History shares that. We can either ignore it and act like it didn't happen, or we can talk about it and see how we can move on from this pain or use this pain to find a better tomorrow. That's what the bowl has started to turn into, was this symbol. When this bowl is here, we can only speak positive, but we can still have an uncomfortable conversation. Hopefully that we all, if you're listening at home, can be inspired somewhat to understand more their side, understand our side, understand what relationships can we build so we can both live copacetically tomorrow and still be able to be a Hawaiian in Hawaii. You can still do whatever you need to do, find the balance.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.